the pitch and find out if the favorites are going to deliver on the storyline that we all expect through that upper bracket. Man City versus No Miss Just Fake. Let's find out the winner.
Well, this is going to be a lot of fun, Turtlers. Game one is brought to you by Progressive, but I think that some of these pairings are who we've all been waiting for on this mainstream.
Yep, this is the series, this is the matchup where we're seeing the Titans, the names that we all have etched into our brains. You've been watching RLCS for even a couple of months, a week. You know these players, and we are going to see 2v2 get tested with the best of the best, Cole.
And speaking of the best, here he is, Zen, straight away with the flip reset. And that's what it took 6 seconds to be styling on him.
6 seconds is all you need to get a flip reset if you're Zen. So much boost, perfect kickoff right to him, and he's got control more than pretty much anybody else you could expect or ask for. This is Zen in peak shape. 6 seconds in.
I mean, call me harsh, but I'd say that was an own goal from accro. Accro was bumped in there. It was a pull shot from Zen, if anything. Let's see if Atow can one-up that one by scoring himself. Of Seikoo nipping in there to get a great challenge. And for Manchester City, I mean, as Stumpy said on the desk, these guys aren't here to be pushed over and bullied and styled on by Zen and Atow. They are here to fight for themselves.
Here to fight for themselves, but it's an obstacle that they've got to jump over. That's a blazing fast shot from accro. Touched out of the way by Zen. Accro back in the midfield, flick over. Atow not able to get a touch. It's a nice little team passing play between the two, but you're right, Cole. This is definitely a team. You know, Seikoo, they were talking about that's the duo. Can't count these guys out. They've got the chemistry, they've got the experience. You know, Seikoo's obviously a world champion. But the thing of it is, they've had opposite showings in the bracket thus far, as Atow's going to put the second one in, just making it 2-0. You got Man City, who are coming off of 2 back-to-back Game 5s to make it here. Meanwhile, Zen and Atow are at a clean 6-0, Cole. It's just not the same fight.
Can we go with Zato if we've got Seikoo going on? So it's Seikoo versus Zato.
What about,
really
okay, cool. Zato. Okay, I like that.
Oh, what were you going to say? Did you have
no, I couldn't even think. Zeno sounds horrible. So let's go with Zeno. Let's go with Zato. Yeah.
Zeno. Well, so far it's Zato to take the 2-0 lead. And I mean, yeah, when we heard about the 2v2 tournament, my immediate thought was, cool, we'll get to see Zen play 2v2. With no respect to Atow or anybody else. He's the guy you want to see playing it. But, I mean, Seikoo, he's been in such good form recently. I'd say he is, for Manchester City, the best chance they have got on current form. If he is playing to his absolute best, then they certainly get one of the games there.
I don't know if you agree with it. It's not Seikoo's. It's not really that flashy. I've been watching him in these twos tournaments in every single game, and you know, he's just so foundational. I feel like he's always there, rock solid. And to me, that means more and more responsibility is going to be put on accro's shoulders to open up space, create these shooting lanes for the consistency of Seikoo to shine.
Oh, that could be 3 right here. Here is Atow. And we talk about the current form of Seikoo, but it was like he wasn't even there then. Zen cutting it past him. You know, rarely at this level in 2v2 Turtle, normally do you see clean beats to the ball. Normally it's like who gets the 50-50, but Zen and Atow, they just have that extra little bit of pace.
And in twos, you just need some form of disruption there on that challenge as Zen was going forward. And here's another one off the kickoff.
Yeah, disruption there would have helped.
Yeah, so just a touch on the ball. Anything here from Seikoo as Seikoo's the one flying by it. And something, you got to get in the way. Stop these guys from I mean, we saw, what was it, 10-3 with Vatira earlier. Hopefully we're not seeing the same scoreline.
I still don't think we will. Maybe I'm naive here to the quality of the Atow. Well, I just feel that Seikoo and accro are good enough against anyone, and you know, against literally the best, to not be humiliated. You know, if a game's going away, they can close it out and make sure it doesn't turn into 10. Is my expectation. So that is the expectation that Zen and Atow are probably going to try and move against, because they will keep on trying to score and bully and dominate.
What if you were here yesterday, for those of you watching, if you've been here with us since the beginning, you know that there was a round 1 that was just crazy. So many goals were getting scored every single game. It felt like had, you know, 6-7+ goals. And then in round 2, it was very low scoring. So clearly, there's something about these 2v2s that's volatile. You never know what's going to happen within these moments. And a 4-goal game lead, well, it feels very confident here for Zen and Atow. You're talking about Cole. This is Seikoo and accro. You can't count these guys out.
Yeah, I mean, funny enough, you said that There were 6 or 7 goals yesterday, and currently the shot count is 6 to Man City and 7 to No Miss Just Fake as well. So really close between those two teams in that regard. But I can't think that I've seen 6 shots from Manchester City. There is one, and Zed gets the save. They haven't had too many chances. They're going to have to take the few that they do have.
This is just what I was worried about. You know, Seikoo, to me, is so, the word I used was foundational. He's going to be rock solid on the defense. We did see, you know, one mistake where he didn't get a touch on the challenge, but other than that, I think he's your rock, the player you can rely on if you're playing 2v2. And I think that means so much responsibility needs to be put on accro to open up these lanes. There's not any memorable shots. We're not seeing any creativity.
Here we go.
Nothing like this from Atow. You want creativity and maybe a pre-jump passing play.
Yeah, I mean, not to criticize Atow there, but maybe do a double tap musty Seikoo there instead of just going for the shot. It could have been a bit more creative there, Atow. Do you know what I mean? So a little bit disappointing so far.
Yeah, so you're disappointed in a pre-jump mid-air passing play. You want the musty flip reset on top of it.
I think so, yeah. I mean, maybe a pancake on the backboard and then flip reset at home. Maybe.
Pancake into a pinch.
Yeah, exactly. To a pre-jumping Zen sort of thing. Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's what we're demanding now at 5-0. This is where we are.
Here we go. Are we going to see a goal in the first game for Manchester City? It would help. It would be nice. Oh, lovely touch from Seikoo. Go on, son. Zen didn't fall for it. Accro in the end. Oh, man. Seikoo was so close.
I feel like that really just represents this game one. You had a couple of good looks. There's definitely shots coming in for Man City, but you are getting outpaced. You're getting red like this from Atow. That's 2 challenge wins in a row. And in twos, you simply can't allow that to happen.
I mean, it's one of those series that we can try and analyze it, we can try and dissect it, but we've just got to enjoy what we're witnessing here from Zen and Atow. Because I was joking about the pre-jump turning into a few more things, and Zen, again, somehow gets his car in the way. But it has happened. You know, we've seen the clips of Zen and Atow in the qualifiers where, you know, they find each other for a pre-jump and then save it on the goal line, but the save is actually a pass to another touch and then it goes in. You know, all sorts of zaniness and craziness between Zen and Atow, but that is game one.
It's out of my mouth, dude.
You've been there, man. You've been the Zen in this situation.
Okay, dude. You don't need to patronize me, all right, man?
Well, game 2, Manchester City going to hopefully get off to a slightly better start. They were 1-0 down after 4 seconds in the last one. Will it be 1-0 down after 10 seconds this time? No, Atow fakes him out. Seikoo's able to keep parity at 0-0, so they've at least survived the initial kickoff this time.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's, at this point, whenever game 1 turned out the way it did, you just build on these little steps. Small challenges can turn into more opportunities, but it's a good demo.
Ooh.
So on the backboard, 10, sidewall, Seikoo not going to get it. Here we go, back to the blue possession. That's not the best touch out of Seikoo. It's just giving it away. And when there's space for Zen to work with, he is going to embarrass you.
What? How is it so obvious? You lose the ball in the center of the pitch, and it's like, oh, we're probably going to concede somehow. How did he get the angle?
You remember looking at the top 10 plays this morning? I feel like everybody is using the ceiling. There's all this space in twos now. Every highlight play, I swear, there's a ceiling flip reset, something to do with it. These players are flying high, using all their boosts. And maybe another one to add to the tally. Defense is all that Man City know how to play.
Man City at the moment, it's like they're scared to use the ball. Seikoo gets it, and he's like, just get it back to Orange. Give me 2 seconds. I want 100 boosts. I want to defend. And a reminder, this is Accro and Seikoo we're talking about. Seikoo, the man who's been in probably the best form in Europe. Not necessarily the best player in Europe, but the best form relative to what we'd expect.
Yeah.
Completely just struggling with this.
When it rains, it pours, though. I'm telling you, they can get back into this one. I don't know if we have to keep harping on the fact that these guys are top caliber players, of course, but Zen and Atow, this is some chemistry that is so hard to match no matter who you are, no matter what experience you've got.
It's another lovely little goal there, the 1-2. You know, we've been saying that we haven't seen too many passing plays, how risky infield passes are. But when you are Atow, we need to see, like, I need to see someone like design a poster with Atow across the top. It sounds like a really cool film name or something.
Would you prefer that name to just No Miss Just Fake? You just like the Atow?
I would love them to rebrand as Atow. That would be fantastic. I don't know if they're allowed to. Probably our ad
sounds like a mythical. Sounds like a mythical creature that like uses electricity. You know?
Yes, it does sound interesting-ish. It's like, you're more of an anime man than I am, but Zato sounds like an end boss in an anime, you know?
Yeah, and he's just fully charged, just like this shot from Atow. Fully charged on the reset, baby.
Man, it's like, that goal was great. But it didn't even distract us from our conversation because we're so used to it from Atow. It's like, oh yeah, he'll probably pre-flip into a flip reset there around the corner, 90 degrees. No big deal. End-to-end stuff from Zen here. No biggie. Atow will force a pinch. This is ridiculous.
And they're having a field day. All this space, and it's little moments like that. You just saw Zen completely dominate on the 50. And is this going to be a free one? No, Zen gets back just in time, and he's got a full boost to work with. And an easy clear out. Those small moments, the clears, the 50s, we can harp on the flashiness of Zato all we want, but they're really building and creating the foundation with those challenges early on.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, that's always been a thing with Zen. It's always been about fundamentals first before mechanics. You know, when he sort of burst on and won that first.
What about those mechanics? What about those mechanics, Cole? What do you think about this? How about this as a fundamental mechanic? A flip reset around the player, that is. Oh, that's nasty.
Everyone, yeah, so if you're just learning the game, if you're in like, you know, bronze or silver and you want to know how to improve, just do that. Ready?
I'm trying to comprehend it. I don't even care about this goal. Like, I'm still on the last one.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Like, Zen is up in the air. He uses the flip reset to change directions where the ball then starts getting momentum to the left side. That was already enough like years ago and crazy. Now he's able to get another follow-up flip reset.
The other way.
Quite literally, he's zigzagging in the air. It makes no sense to me how he can do that.
The Zato zag. It's their signature move. From left to right in the air. Look how defensive Man City are. They just sat back going, Atow, please. Mate, please, don't do it.
10-0. I mean, come on.
I feel like my toxic trait is I feel like, put me in there. Put me and Turtle in there and we can defend better.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Though? There's a big part of me that thinks, it can't be that hard, can it? Like, surely, I'd keep it within 10.
I mean, that's what you think until Zen is up in the air and he's got all these outlets. It's like a, you really just gotta roll a dice and figure out which path you want to stop. Because when there's all this space on the field and so many options for a mechanical player, how do you choose which one he's going to go for? You almost have to know their play style and just bet on whatever he's going to go for. Like with Zen here, he's going to use the flip reset, he's going to get a double, wave dash on the ground.
Yeah.
You've got to predict well or else you're getting scored on again.
Seikoo's chasing there, but Accro is in here. Zen rotated back. Is this one going in? Yes, it is! Man City, they break the deadlock. They're back in the game!
Back in the game. 5-1.
That is their Aguero moment.
I mean, when it rains, it pours, though. Am I right? This could be. Or are we going to think back to this moment and just understand it all changed in game 2 when it was 5-1?
You reckon that's the momentum shift, do you? Well, you know, kick off goal might help.
But
might
I
help.
think a lot of Man City fans really despise us right now.
No. I mean,
that 13% is just fuming.
Listen, Turtle, I referenced the Aguero moment. I know you're not a soccer man. I know you're a soccer man, aren't you? Do you know the Aguero moment? Oh, good save.
I do not.
It was Man City's Premier League win back in 2011-12. So basically referencing that, that'll make them happy. Man City fans will be happy.
Yeah, good. Okay, you satisfied them. Now we can continue talking about zigzag flip resets and Atow going off the backboard.
Doesn't even want to score. He doesn't even want to. Honestly, he's like, that goal's boring. Let's go again.
I'm hoping our tone can be changed. Like I don't like just, you know, opening up so freely about how much we love what we're seeing on one side of the pitch because it's so one-sided. Like we want this to be a tough series, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I bet there's someone in chat right now being like, oh, why aren't they play-by-play casting? Why do they keep going on about how good this team in orange are, how good Zato is? It's like, I mean, use your eyes, people. What else are we gonna say, you know?
With 3 seconds left, that's going to do it. 2-0. And what feels like a very long best of 7. Zen was trying to go for a cheeky little pre-jump. No miss, just fake. Truly perfect those. And then also carry in with him the mechanics. And that's why he's such a difficult and dangerous threat, no matter what game mode we're playing in. But game 3, with that threat on the other side. Maybe Man City have an answer after all this time.
Can we do a player watch? Which player would you like to see between between
player?
But I'm imagining Zen or Atow.
I mean, do I have to go? No, I say
hey.
let's look at accro. I want to see what accro's doing.
Okay.
He has to be making an impact. I'm telling you, it's not going to be Seikoo leading the way in my eyes. It has to come down to accro.
All right, we've got accro cam currently going on. What do you do against Zen and Atow?
Yeah. And then now we get to experience what it's like when somebody like Zen is up in the air and you see all these outlets, all of these routes.
Right now.
You can take the ball. Correct.
Good
What's
demo.
he going to do? He's got a flip reset. When do you go for the challenge?
It's not bad, to be fair. So far, it's an even game. In game number 3, this is looking more like a match between them. Accro cam seems to be working. He's got a chance on the ball here, but he knows he's got to be perfect. It's a decent 50-50 there against Zen. Needs Seikoo to come in, and Seikoo does come in. He's a play here from Accro. He's sitting back, he's chilling. Seikoo have more of the ball than himself. He's just waiting to get involved. Now's his chance. Yeah, he's a very patient player, isn't he? This is why I love these focused camps here.
So much reliance on that midfield boost also coming up. You see, he's going back and forth. I think he just took the left midfield boost, going back, waiting to challenge Zen. You have to be cautious. It's all about that timing. And Seikoo, maybe a pass to the midfield. Accro waiting carefully in the midfield. Still nothing coming out of any of their offense.
Yeah, like, to be fair though, it's been very even. That is a great first touch there from Zen. I think more power than Accro expected. That's a good challenge from Seikoo. They're spacing themselves out a lot more right now, Man City. A more defensive game. Maybe losing a little bit of impetus and pressure, but balancing that off with not conceding as many easy goals. Easy by Atow standards.
It seems a little bit panicky. I don't know about you, but even on that dribble, you can see he jumped a little early. And while he has been taking his time in the rotations, it's like every time I do witness him go for the challenge, he's just flying at the ball instead of realizing he's got a little bit of space. But with a demo on Zen, that will indeed create something for Seikoo to do some work.
Yeah, it definitely seems to be that Seikoo is the man that takes the ball more often, and that is how you defend against Zen. You watch him, you stay on that goal line. Very impressive, that Crow Cam. Good shout there, Turtle. That was nice. That was nice.
It was kind of peaceful.
Yeah.
There wasn't much going on. I thought it was going to be... I thought he was going to be throwing himself with the ball more, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
I'm a bit shocked.
Same. That's why we like to do this, everyone, to sort of see how it feels to be these players. We'll cut to a different player at some point in this series. And now, half the game has gone. It remains 0-0. A much tighter third game.
Yeah.
Seikoo certainly seems to be the player for Man City that they've turned to say, look, pick yourself on that ball, gets a goal.
Ooh, follow up Zen. Nobody's challenging him. Thought he was going to put it on target, but opted to go for the backboard pass. Seikoo pinching through the sidewall, didn't connect well. Maybe something from that ceiling. Got the reset, and it's off the post. Atow had a free shot, didn't take it. I don't think he expected Seikoo to not get a proper touch on it, but that was a chance came and went.
Awkward here for Seikoo. He's been left a little bit stranded here. Atow's got full control of the ball. As far as Zen, this one goes. No power on the ball, no pace on it, so Zen has to try and force it himself. Almost 50-50'd his way through. It's getting nervier and nervier, and Man City, if they can seal this first goal, have got a chance of doing something that nobody has done since the main stage of this tournament. That is take a game against Atow.
Yeah.
Slash, not even just fake.
It's not even just winning the series, taking a single game. And it all starts right now. Just under 90 seconds. It's been the best defensive showing out of Man City. Seikoo up in the air. Doesn't want to use this quick reset right away, and that's a good challenge win. Demo came through.
It's wide.
It's gonna matter actually, because Seikoo can still get a touch in. Was that wide?
I think, maybe not. Maybe Seikoo didn't expect the save, but it didn't look like it was going in at any point. On the other side here is Seikoo. Gets the flip reset dunk. Accro's turn coming in, been timing it well. Zen flashed across that goal. They're giving Zen a lot of space here. He comes forward end to end. Accro and Seikoo both in there. Accro should be able to push this one out to the side. 50 seconds left now. Attow's coming in. Accro slams it downwards. Accro's got 50 boost in attack, so good boost control right now. There's the flick. Wants to fake out Zen, but didn't quite connect her. Oh, that was the chance.
Oh, and now you got to deal with Atow in the air. If you're not getting that 1v1 play, so much space will be given up. That's where Accro needs to shine in those moments, the 1v1s. He needs to be the playmaker because somebody on the other side is making several plays, and it's Zen and Atow. I think he parked behind the ball and said, "You just delete him. Just take him out the way."
Oh, that's so mean. That's so mean. We were so close, and we might still find ourselves with an overtime. That goal was cruel, but we go next.
Go next. You can't worry about it, even though that's probably one of the most tilting goals conceded. Was there barely any time remaining. But this could be a good look, good shout. Accro, I'm sure he's thinking about that 1v1 play. It's going to be,
Oh, yeah.
you know, haunting him for the rest of the series. 3 seconds on the clock. Come on, something's got to break and budge. Otherwise, we're looking at a reverse sweep needed for Man City.
It's a long way away from that. Accro should be able to get this catch, though. Desperate to flick it and get the boost. Well played from Accro. Control of the mechs there. This ball up at 0 seconds. Needs something. Needs to keep the ball high. Wants to kill it. So he can get the second goal here, maybe. No, Seikoo keeps it alive for now. Atow, it doesn't matter. That one goes all the way in. It's GG's. That was on
in this series. I mean, I talked about Accro being the playmaker and somebody, but what do you think about Seikoo? Do you think he could be the guy who's leading the charge for Man City as we get into potentially the last game?
I mean, yes, but if we don't go to Zen at some point, there will be a rebellion against us.
There will be a riot.
I feel like we should do a little bit of Zen Cam at some point.
All right. Calm down. We got to lock in. We see the space. We got Zen Cam on the screen. Open it up. Immediately takes in the air. Perfect timing. It was dished over to Atow. This is where we see how the bread and butter's made.
Everybody right now, pick up your controller and press the buttons randomly, and you can experience what it's like to be Zen for the next 60 seconds or so. You will be Zen for the next 60. Let's see if we can avoid going behind as Atow. What a pass we've just made there. Then wants to get the skim, nearly there. He almost caught that as well, Tyler. You know, the amount of boost that he had for the first touch was good enough. But once again, the first 40 seconds has gone by without any danger to Man City, and Atow going to have to keep on coming.
It immediately feels different than the Accro cam. There's like a more pace. It feels like maybe he's more reluctant to use boost, maybe not. But it's the first goal. Atow taking advantage of Zen in the corner, just truly opening up that space. And now we've got a 1-0 game. I mean, are we just smooth sailing to a 4-0?
Most likely, yes, we probably are. But all it takes is one well-timed Man City goal, and I can suddenly change that one. I'm also curious over that miss in the corner. You know, Zen, I'm sure will claim it was a fake. And Atow was certainly ready for it to be a fake. Here comes Zen and just makes that one again. Exactly.
No miss, just
exactly. That's true.
This is why they named him. It's definitely not a fake, or it's definitely not a miss. It's always a fake. That's what I say in my ranked games. And Seikoo didn't know what was happening there. 2-0, not the best start. What do you do? What do you do? I'm frustrated for Man City here, Cole.
I always feel that when you're up against an opponent like this, one that realistically you will not beat, you have to set yourself realistic targets. So target one would have been get yourself a goal in the series. They did that. You know, they did that. Now let's get yourself a goal in this game. You know, equalize. Try and get a couple. It's doable.
So Cole's information. So the advice you want to give them is to score goals.
No, come on. What I'm saying is even if you go 3-4-0 down,
right?
Don't be like, oh man, we're gonna lose. You know, just keep the target remains the same.
Steps.
Yeah.
Small steps, and the target is always the same for Zen, and it's wide open on this one. 3-0.
It's very wide open.
Yeah.
I
stroll through Utopia Coliseum.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm really scratching my head here. Maybe I'm realizing now that I'm just an idiot, because I really don't know like how you would pick things up. I think in twos you feel almost more outplayed on the mechanical side. With all this space to pitch.
Ceiling pinch to free jump's a new one.
Yeah.
Well, that's a new entry on the bingo card. You know, there's like Scorigami. We need like gold type Agami.
Dude, I love the name Atow. I'm still thinking about that.
Yeah, you like that?
It's like ringing through my head right now.
Yeah. We need some designers on Twitter to tag us with your poster for Saturday. Ow, this
with like some electricity, man. There's got to be something.
I hear that with the electricity. It's the zap of zap, you know. Maybe their coach could be Zappix. He's got that.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
You took it out.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Could be 3-1. Nearly there for Man City. No boost. Still goes high. I mean, I think as well what you need to do is, if you are Seikoo and Accro, download this replay. Download these replays and have a watch it. Just see if there's something you can take from this game that they were doing that you were not.
No, I mean, when I go to the cams, though, for Accro and Seikoo, it just doesn't feel like they have the speed. Mechanics are another thing, but just the speed, the pace of play. They're always one step behind, trailing, chasing against the ball. Not only with a lack of possession, but here, accro doesn't even get a touch there. He doesn't open up anything, and he makes it harder for Seikoo to defend. If you're not somehow disrupting the offense, just making them uncomfortable, it's almost impossible to win any 2s games because you're just left with a constant 2v1 situation, and most likely it's going to be Seikoo having to deal with that.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing, I think there was a Johnny Boy video I saw where he was watching some Seikoo. I think it was Seikoo and Zen games, and they were on a crazy win streak themselves. They were on like a 40 win streak of playing together or something. It seems that the common denominator is Zen, who just, he's not scared. He's like, right, as soon as you do something, I'm going to punish you.
Yeah.
Again, this a world-class mechanical player.
A reminder to everybody, this is the game mode. This is the style that these players practice in the most. Everybody grinds the life out of 2s. This is where they are comfortable. And, you know, it does get different as you add stakes. There's a prize pool. There's an opportunity to play at the World Championship. But at the end of the day, they're just playing 2s. They're used to this. They're comfortable. And Zen, more than anybody else, is fitting right in.
They really quite consistently get these team aerial pitches, don't they? Oh, go on, Accro.
Accro.
Oh, the thing is, right, Turtle. Okay, Seikoo scores anyway. I was going to say, the thing is that Accro, this double tap, he sinks this like 99 times out of 100.
And that's what we came into this series and I was like, accro needs to open up the space. This is the play that I was expecting to see more and more often. We've only seen that it was the first time, it feels like.
Yeah.
And that's where accro's creating the shooting lane. The consistent striker of Seikoo comes in and they're able to punish. I thought that's how they took him down. 46 to go. We're doing a lot of yapping on here, but maybe there's more of a ball game than we anticipated.
Nice try from Seikoo there, trying to pre-flip. It's that flip reset. Didn't quite happen. That's how we're going for it again. They want to get the mainstream team pinch. Does Atow. They might have one more chance from the off. Zen keeps it low this time. Atow's going in. What a pinch again. So this is the pinch, everybody.
I'm upset we didn't get that pinch off the wall into the free jump. That's one. It's almost such a good setup. I would go back and watch the replay even though it wasn't a goal.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Camera ops furiously rewinding right now.
Yeah.
On Seikoo again. Seikoo's trying to do little cheeky goals in the last 30 seconds or so. Chance for one more worldie from Atow and Zen. Are they finally going to get their pinch? Not this time. It's like a side quest, isn't it? It's like, look, we're going to win, but we need a pinch goal. They didn't get it, so they failed. But